or will he fall to the next opponent? We'll see in this map. The map is Yansu. Spawning in the top right hand corner of Yansu we have the Terran player Maxim. And he is facing off against the Slayer of... what was the name again? Motok.
Kilu.
And yeah, his name is Kilu. Yeah, the Slayer of Motok. He finally was able to defeat Motok on Polar Night last game with an excellent macro play. With also great positioning. The drops did no damage whatsoever. Maybe they got a few drone kills, but nothing other than that. So a Terran versus Zerg on Yansu. This is going to be exciting. That's all I can say.
Yeah, and we will see a lot of run bys from Kilo. Sorry,
Yeah.
I just don't have I have this accent and I can't even pronounce his name, or his name.
Maxim or Kilu.
Kilo.
Kilu. Well, that's a pretty good pronunciation. So I would say that you're perfectly fine to say it. But look at what we have here. We have a barracks in a very proxy location.
And I think they will get spotted by this overlord.
It will immediately get spotted by that overlord if it does not change paths.
But Kilo is even going for a spawning pool first, so...
Okay,
so
it does not look
this is
like...
a funny game actually.
Yes, it's being spotted immediately. It only spots one of the barracks though. There are two barracks in production, but with messing around with that SCV at the watchtower, he gave it away.
I think this overlord should be brought to some kind of clip because they get sniped pretty easily, and losing an overlord in the early game is really a pain in the ass.
Yes, but also pulling back the Marines, he does not have time for that. He wants to get the Marines to the base of Kilu as soon as possible. So the Marines do not have time to just go all the way to this overlord to kill it off. Unless Maxim will decide to lift up these barracks and just go back home and give up on the strategy. But
and this is really weird. He doesn't even know that there is no hatchery down yet.
Exactly.
Just now.
Well, the bunker is in construction, but Kilu does not care. He just plops down the hatchery anyway.
And he's even losing an overlord. I think he should go for a really fast roach warren actually.
Well, he does
since
have...
he's mining gas.
He does have the 100 minerals to get his to get his circling speed out as soon as possible. But the bunker is up, and there's only 2 SCVs inside, so now the Zerglings can work on the bunker, but those 3 Marines really have to move up that ramp and kill off those Zerglings. And the SCVs can start repairing that. One of the Overlord finally got taken out by that one Marine, and the second Overlord might be in jeopardy as well, as it is being clicked. Now the second bunker is coming down, but the drones are being pulled with a lot of Zerglings as well. If he can deny this second bunker, it will be great. But he's just going for the one bunker that has finished already. 2 Zerglings going for the one SCV.
I think this will be the lose for Kilo.
Oh, it does not look like he has enough. The bunker is still alive. It's being salvaged. Will actually get the salvage. Yes, he will. No bunkers for Maxim at this point, but he will lose some workers right here.
Enough lings are spawning now, so it should be enough.
Yes, but Maxim did do quite some damage with this attack. Currently he's up 17 workers against 11, and these Marines are in an excellent position to take minimal damage from these Zerglings. Most likely they will clean it up, but they will not do it for free. So that push has been held, and more Zerglings are in production. Zergling speed is finishing up now as well, and these barracks are still producing Marines in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and the link speed is finished up, and if this bunker doesn't go up, then it will be over for the Terran player, I feel like.
Yes,
there's no way that he can
the command center will not be able to do anything. He will be able to kill all those Marines, but they are tucked away in the corner very nicely. The bunker is finished.
I don't think so. That was a really good decision to finish, let the bunker finish up.
No, but he will lose his command center, most likely. It is still being worked on. Marines have to make it out. It does
Well, now
finish.
he can lift up.
Now he can lift up indeed. So that has been secured as well.
Not even want to lift up anymore. Well, it
this
would be a really good idea actually.
The command center is actually getting quite low, so he has to be careful with that. Oh, he's trying to get away with it. Only 3
He's
Zerglings
doing
left.
just as he can, but oh my god, that one SCV just survived.
Wow, I would just say that it would maybe be better for that for the Zerglings to focus on that command center a little bit more, since the command center was already getting quite low in health, and it cannot lift when it's being turned into an orbital command. But now Maxim has got the best of both worlds. He has that expansion going. He has an orbital command even in that location. And behind this, Kilo has just been droning up so far. And he's about to take his third base as well. He has a patrolling drone in that location. So let's see how long he will wait before he takes it. Well, he does have the minerals for it, so finally he takes it now. And he has the full map control with the Zergling speed on the Zerglings.
Yeah, and Mac play is coming up for the Terra, almost said Protoss player. I'm kinda used to see Protoss on this map, so
Yes, he's actually producing Hellions from a non-reactor factory. He just wants to get the Hellions out as soon as possible, so it might actually be that he wants to have them defensively, but also that that blue flame is coming out. So most likely we will see Mech behind this, even feeling secure enough to start that third command center as well. That's really brave of him, because he does not have any map control whatsoever. This Overlord is actually still alive in the corner of his natural and the main base of Maxim.
so I can't believe that Kilo didn't decide to go for a Roach Warren. And he really needs to.
Now he's just going to get his macro up, but there's no tanks anywhere in sight for defenses, and those Hellions would do absolutely nothing against those roaches.
And 12 wings are coming up, but they can't even do anything versus these blue flame Hellions.
No, there's a
They get roasted pretty fast.
There's a nice wall off going on, but but the Hellions can use it in their advantage as well, as the Queen do not block the path completely. One Queen is getting very low to falling, and it looks like it's going to go down right now. The Hellions make it into the mineral line. This can be very devastating for Kilu. 5 Hellions are actually still alive.
And these things can't even do anything versus these Hellions.
They're blue flame. Oh, they do get a surround up, and they do clean it up finally. But that was more a mistake of Maxim than the good play of Kilu at this point. They also did spot everything that was going on. They see the Roach Warren, and do we actually have a tank already, or should he maybe still go for that Roach Bush? No tanks are coming out still. He's going to get that engineering bay ready because he suspects early Mutalis, I suspect. But +1/+1 for his mech is coming out. And now he will also get the scout out of that third base location, getting some extra worker kills. That's some very nice
also a really
time.
good map control actually, and I like it that he is using it and not let the Zerg just run up for free.
Exactly, he is keeping the Zerg on his toes. He has to keep his eyes open, and these Marines have taken all the watchtowers there are, so he knows when something is coming his way. Maxim behind this is also taking that third base already, and looking at the worker count, they're actually quite even at this time.
I'm thinking what you could do on this map actually, because swarm hosts are pretty bad on this map, to be honest.
Yes, you can make them work, but it's very difficult with that many attack paths. And if the Terran is very good with his drops, he will be able to pull back the army constantly. And another Hellion run by into that third base location. They're not attacking, they're on move command, finally getting some shots off. And in the course of this game, 14 workers have been killed. And currently Kilu is just trying to get his macro up, getting a 4th hatchery even as well.
But he's in a massive supply block. There are the supply block overlords.
Exactly, getting 4 overlords at a time to get rid of that. At the same time working on those drones, but it will take some time to get them to work. And with the wrong perspective, you actually see that one of the drones is doing nothing, but it is hidden behind the fog of war, so that can also be very annoying. The watchtower does get cleaned up again, but Kilu does not have a lot of vision on the map at this time right now. He does not even know that the 3rd base has been taken by Maxim.
I think he kinda suspects it, but the thing is, he's making what's this swarm stack, and this map has a lot of choke points that's really bad for locusts and even for roaches.
Exactly.
So you need a big surround.
Mutalis would be a way better choice. He does see the push coming, but there are the swarm hosts actually in production already, or is he just getting those enduring locusts?
I think these tanks can even kill this roach force without even going into the siege mode.
Exactly, they do a lot more single unit damage if they are not sieged up. But they're sieging up on the ramp, so Zerg units do not get a great service area on it as well. Sieging up the 4th base and spreading them out very nicely. The enduring locust is done at this time, but there are no swarm hosts on the map whatsoever, so the upgrade does not do anything at this point in time.
Not even a Muta out. So this is really hard to deal with.
He just has roaches. He's focusing down the tanks really nicely, but at what cost? He takes one of the last tanks with him, but it loses all the roaches in the process. One Thor will get cleaned up at the
I don't think it will get cleaned up because the Hellbat and the Thor.
Exactly, that Hellbat does so much damage. But with the reinforcing roaches, he will get them eventually. But there are still 5 tanks at his 4th base location, and they get reinforced by another Thor and another siege tank. And they're in a great spread out location. 3 swarm hosts are making their way out, but 3 swarm hosts are not going to cut it. Neither is 6 most likely.
And this is an invincible position for the tanks actually. I'm not kidding.
Yes,
they can be even touched only just with mutas or broodlords.
Yes. Oh, if he can get some roaches on the high ground right here, he can fire down on the tanks like he does with the swarmers now. So it will cost him a scan every time he does that. But the plus 2 attack does not even finish, and he's firing on the 2nd hatchery for the plus 2 armor as well. That will most likely not finish as well. Tanks are just got in a great position. He's trying to pick off the reinforcements that Thor is doing work on the roaches. That will not be enough. Another Thor and a tank are making their way across on the right side of the map. Maybe this roach force is enough, but they're also dealing with those Hellbats.
Well, the force is cleaned up, but at what cost? Like, he even got denied by, or his upgrade got denied by filling up the Evo chambers.
Exactly.
Also, the Terran is kinda rallying the units random places, so I don't even understand why he's doing that.
Well, 3-3 is coming through for Maxim already, while the Zerg player is still...
One kills off one Swarm Host. Oh
yes.
Yeah, one turret is blocking.
There's even a
reinforcements.
lot of units. Well, they can make it all the way around, or are they that lazy that they will not do it? They can just wander around.
Or
does he really have to wait before the mineral patches have been cleaned up as well? So,
well, if he does this strategy, then he will lose this, because he's constantly rallying to the Zerg base and he just loses every unit that he takes.
His economy is flying though. He's on 5 bases, getting that 5th base established as we speak.
Yeah, but he's low on supply. He doesn't even have support units.
Yeah, but usually with
and
playing
units,
mech,
those are here are just stuck between.
Yes, he should definitely cancel
He
that.
should kill the
They do get the kill.
missile turret.
Okay, and now the swarm hosts are making its way across the map to the base of Maxim. They do have that enduring locust already. They're currently only on +1/+1, but those siege tanks are not sieged up just yet. So if he stutter steps a little bit, he might just take them all out, because one tank being taken out will snowball into another tank being taken out, and you don't want that to happen. The swarm hosts have relocated, so they will attack the third base location, taking out another tank.
I like the Banshee, or that Maxim is making Banshees, but
Yes.
it's kinda really late because he's low on supply and his 4 base is in attack.
Exactly, those factories are under fire. The tech lab will most likely burn down, and well, the hellbats that are being produced will most likely get taken out very quickly as well. The first factory has fallen, and he should actually be careful not to lose this base completely. He's sieging up at his natural base, and those banshees
Also,
are out.
only one Muta switch costs the game, in my opinion.
Kilu is actually banking up quite some minerals and gas. You're completely right. But he is also not maxed out at this time just yet, but he is continuing those upgrades for his air units as well.
I think he will go. He wants to go for a Muta switch, but I don't like the idea that he is going into the choke point.
But those swarm, the tanks are not enough to kill off the locust. He loses all of his tanks, and he just does not have a good enough defensive position that he can keep defending this. He will most likely lose this fifth base as well. His fourth base is still going, but there's hardly any SCVs at his third base as well, and he is going into Sky Terran. It looks like 3 starports are on the production tab, and the what's the name again? The fusion core for the battle cruisers is also in construction. Now using those benches is really nice, but he has not been able to use them really.
Actually, I was thinking about how the Yamato cannon is working, and the technology that we have today, or today's work, doesn't even let the fusion reaction even possible on that ship, because that ship would blow up.
No. Okay, the natural base also got taken out by those roaches. They do sacrifice themselves in doing so, but there are actually quite some banshees on the map already. There are 6 banshees. That's a high damage output, but and yeah, now actually Maxim does have a very nice supply lead, but he does not really have the money to support anything. And what is his answer for these air units? 30 Mutalisks. That's where the money is being used for.
And that will cost the game.
Well, there are 2 Thors, so if he micros correctly, Maxim might be able to still get an advantage. But those locusts will most likely focus on the Thors.
The locusts will just knife those. One Thor is down, almost the second one.
Oh, he just gets that second Thor.
This is game
no
now.
anti-air, the Mutalisks are out. He does not want to lose all those swarm hosts though. And where are the Mutalisks? They're coming in one big ball. Those banshees do not shut up, but they do have cloak. One overseer is in production.
And all the swarm hosts are lost because they were on move command.
Oh, 8 swarm hosts are left. That's really not a lot. The fourth
Hero
base
should
is
deal
full.
with these banshees and then kill the bases of the Terran player.
Okay, he has to be careful with that overseer. He has to keep it with those banshees, because the Mutalisks will be able to catch up. The overseer will be a lot more difficult. But the 5 battle cruisers were in production, and they are out now as well. And Mutalisks don't do very well against battle cruisers.
Well, it will do 6 damage. Let me calculate that. It should be like almost 19 shots.
They are
just 19 shots for a Muta.
Okay, but they are +3/+3, so they do also have a lot of damage output as well. And those +3 attack upgrades for the battlecruisers do affect them greatly. So I don't blame him for moving in with 5 of those battlecruisers. He's going for the snipe on one of them.
Okay, should focus down one by one.
Yes, he's losing Mutalisks, but it seems like there's just enough Mutalisks to stop this. One auto turret is being put down by the Raven, but it does not matter. Too many Mutalisks in Kilau takes another match, tying up this Clanwar.
Yeah, he's on fire.
That's amazing. So great that he continued upgrading those air weapons as well as saving up the supply and saving up the gas and minerals to go for such a large Mutalisk switch. Very great play by Kilu.